Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right. Lost in the shadows of a million stars. Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are?
Hello pumpkin people, and welcome to my first fall 2024 decorating video. We are starting off in my kitchen and we are going to get the kitchen smelling incredible with my annual fall simmer pot. I love to take any excuse to use my white pumpkin Dutch oven, and I typically get questions on that. I purchased that from a department store several years ago. It was a bit of an investment at the time, but there are tons of dupes on the market now at Home Goods and Walmart. I'm actually going to be showing you one later on in the video. But if you've never tried a simmer pot before or you don't know what it is just a natural way to fragrance your home using pantry staples. I like to use things like sliced apples and oranges, and then I just sprinkle in my choice of spices. And once that boils on the stove, it will create a very cozy autumnal fragrance that you really cannot replicate in a candle. I usually use oranges, but I didn't have any on hand. All I had are these clementines, and they do not slice very well, so I sliced the first one the best that I could, and with the second one I just went ahead and cut it in half and then squeezed the juice into the pot. So we'll still get that fragrance because the juice is in there, but yeah, I'm just improvising, and that's the beauty of these simmer pots, is that you really can use whatever you feel like using. So now I'm going to add in the spices, and this year I'm trying some star anise or anise. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but this smells like black licorice, and it reminds me of my mom because she makes cookies every holiday season with that spice in it. So you don't have to use such a variety like I am. You could really just do apples or oranges and one kind of spice like cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice. It doesn't have to be complicated, so if you are planning on trying a simmer pot this year, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have a favorite recipe or combination of ingredients that you like to use, also let me know so I can try it myself. Once you have all of your ingredients in the pot, you can put that on the stove and set it to high to boil. And here's what it looks like. It's so beautiful. It is almost too beautiful to stir, but we are going to stir that up once it begins to boil, just to incorporate all the ingredients together. And then after it boils, you bring it down to a simmer and you leave it on the stove to simmer for as long as you would like. Just making sure to check on it so that the water doesn't completely boil down, and of course being safe about having your stove on. So while that's going and making my house smell incredible, it is time to decorate, and I thought I would give you guys a little peek at what I'm using in my kitchen here. I have a good mix of collected pieces, things that are new like this little pumpkin village house, some antique items like these books, and even homegrown items like my pumpkins and some foliage from my garden. So the main focus of my decorating in the kitchen this year will be on these open shelves. I don't believe you guys have seen these yet because we put them up at the end of 2023, so I've never styled them for fall before. And I am really excited to use this little ceramic cat bank. It's a little coin bank, and that's actually something my mom used to decorate with when I was a kid. She was going to sell it at our garage sale this year, and I would not let her. So I'm excited to have a place to style it for the fall season. A really good thrift find this year are these antique books. These came from Goodwill, and my husband actually found them We don't normally find cool books like this there, so I was so excited about these, and they are perfect for the style that I'm going for this year. So moving on to the bottom shelves, I'm also using a book here, and I'm filling this little pitcher with some pheasant feathers that I've had for a couple years from Amazon. And I'm also going to be placing this cute little pheasant bottle that I recently got from a barn sale. This is actually an Avon perfume or cologne bottle, but I just thought it was perfect for fall decorating. So in the last little section of my bottom shelf here, I'm going to put this wooden bowl, and I am going to put one of my DIY pumpkins in it. If you saw my fall planning video, then I showed you these green foam pumpkins, and I told you about how I was going to remove the stem that they came with and replace it with a real dried pumpkin stem, which I bought off of Etsy. So that's how it looks. I feel like it looks like a real pumpkin. And I'm also using one of my homegrown white pumpkins right next to it. So I love how these shelves came together. I love the color palette. It looks traditional, but also updated and muted all at the same time. There's some special pieces and just some new things, old things. I really like that combination of different styles. So now it's time to actually decorate the table, which is new, but my husband wanted to keep our old chairs, which I don't love them, but he does, so they are staying. And I'm just updating the look of them by adding these $10 Amazon throw blankets to the back. I think it just kind of changes the look a little bit. But because the shelves are so busy, I'm keeping the centerpiece on the table very simple. I have a big vase of preserved foliage and blackberry stems and just one pumpkin from my garden. The colors are perfect with the shelving behind, and I think this is really pretty and simple, so I love how it came together. So we are going to add just a few fall touches throughout the rest of the kitchen, but to be honest, I'm probably going to redo the rest of the kitchen. It didn't turn out quite like I wanted it to, but I do like the shelf, so I'm happy with that. But in my little coffee area, I have some foliage that I cut from my garden. It's actually called Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus, and I grow it every year to decorate with in my home. And if you've been around for years, then you know that, and that probably looks quite familiar to you. In another area of my kitchen, I have my candle warming lamp, which I use daily. I love this. It is from Amazon. I always get questions about it. And right next to it is my new orange pumpkin Dutch oven. This is a 2-quart size, so it's quite a bit smaller than the white one that I have the simmer pot going in. And so it'll be perfect for side dishes, dips, or even soup for 2. So I'm really excited that I found that at HomeGoods. It was only $29.99. And it's been years since I used a fall garland in my fall decorating, but I decided to hang some garland up around our pass-through window. It looks so cozy and festive and cute, so I'm really happy with that. I'll link the garland that I used down below, as well as anything else I can from today's video in case you guys are interested. In this corner tray, I typically hold our fruits and veggies that don't go in the fridge, but I don't have a ton of that right now, so I put out these white pumpkins, but eventually I'll be replacing those. I grow these pumpkins to decorate with, but last year I started to make dried floral pumpkins with flowers from my garden and the pumpkins that I grow. I sold them at the farmer's market and they were a huge hit, so eventually I will be DIYing those and selling them, and something else will go there. And I also will be updating this small portion of my kitchen that I'm sharing here. I just put candles out. I didn't really know what else to do here. I'm really gonna have to work on this space this upcoming weekend and figure it out, but here's just kind of a peek at what it looks like. I also thought I could insert some nighttime footage here so you guys can see the different lights and how it looks in the evening. And that really completes the kitchen. Thank you so much for decorating with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in a future video. Bye now.